Oh, I was inspired to join the mastermind because I guess, frankly, I just wanted to be in Caroline's orbit, and this felt like the most accessible, easiest way to do it. And the reason was that I'm a marketer myself, and some of the things that Caroline was talking about just completely spoke to my heart. It was so important for me to unlearn what I'd learned in the corporate world and learn to do sort of marketing in a way that was authentic and full of heart and full of care. And Caroline really was the first person I'd come across who was talking in a language that I wanted to speak as well. So I was just like, I've just got to learn from this woman. It's really quite straightforward. And just so, and I was completely honest about it when we had our first chat and said, look, I just want to learn from you. I want to take what you're teaching us about how to grow a business in an authentic way, and the tactics used, and I want to take them and spread that message. And she was very generous to say, God, absolutely, of course. So that's the main reason. That's why I joined. So the impact, I think the biggest impact I've had is momentum and drive. And I think, as solo business owners, and certainly for me, coming from the corporate world where I had, targets and KPIs and managers to help drive me forward, without a supportive network that had like a structure, very easy for me to go off sea. So I think for me, the momentum, the sort of topics that we had every month really helped to kind of drive me forward and keep that momentum going. And I think the range of topics we looked at were so broad. I wouldn't have looked at things like business model myself, or certainly not in the depth that we did with Caroline. Also integrating rest into my day, I wouldn't have looked at that, because I guess for all of us there's a tendency just to go. But these are crucial things that we need in order to grow ourselves and our businesses. So I think the range of topics was hugely important to me. I think the challenges were a huge plus. The challenges were challenging. They got me so out of my comfort zone, and they did feel, really kind of scary at times, but it just built that momentum. So I think that they're the main things I got. And of course, the support, the peer group's just phenomenal. Peer learning is just crucial. What do I love most? There's a couple of things really. I think firstly, the group and the kind of cohort that Caroline's pulled together. I think we're all obviously pulled by Caroline and her big philosophy about business being kind and conscious and full of heart and integrity. So we've all got that in our bones, and so the support we get from that is phenomenal. But I think for me, what I really liked is the mix of the practical and the magic, and I never really seen that in any other kind of groups or masterminds or coaching. It's almost that mix of the kind of feminine and masculine, where you obviously need the action, you need the kind of strategy and the go-to and the plan, but you also need to be able to incorporate some of the feminine, as in the energy or the spirit, being the person that is doing the doing. And I think Caroline embodied that really well. We start our sessions with a kind of meditation and a grounding in. There's very much how we're feeling in ourselves and how we're feeling towards others. And that support, that mix of the practical and the magic, I found just really exciting, really new, really exciting, and very much in line with what I believe and how a business should be run. A bit of both. So if you're considering or on the fence, I think what I would say to someone is that it kind of like a nest. This place is a nest. It's a place that's very supportive. It's a place that's safe for you to test out ideas and also be tested yourself in a loving way. And it also feels very secure. So it's a place for you to grow. Like a nest, protects you from the elements, but gives you structure and gives you kind of, learning. I feel that's what CBM's given me. I just feel very warm towards Caroline and the other people in the group, and they've helped me grow as much as Caroline has.